You are listening to SOAPBOX Daily, episode 165. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thank you very much for tuning in this Tuesday. Yes, today's show is a little late, but it's been a busy, crazy day. And well, I've been kind of feeling a little down and out, but, doing what I can to keep it together and do what needs to be done. Always keeping an eye on what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and hey, furthermore, my integrity. Your integrity. It is your code of honor. It is. And how has your integrity been this week? Are you doing the right thing? Are you making the positive change the world needs? Only you will know onwards and upwards. So today, for episode 165, we are discussing haves and have-nots. And this is kind of a continuation of yesterday, kind of a theme we've been talking about, but it's just been, looking out the window, reading the news, checking out everything that's going on. You kind of have to think about this stuff, and it kind of makes you wonder. There are the haves and the have-nots. And let me just give you some numbers. And I'm going to be short and sweet with this episode today, but it's a little frustrating when you think about the fact that as a planet, we don't tend to look out for each other. It kind of sucks. It's like dog eat dog. It's not good. It's not saying everybody does that, but it just feels like it at times that everybody's in their own little bubbles, doing their own little thing, and screw everybody else. I'm going to get mine, and that's it. And it's a sad state of affair, and I'm hoping this changes as we evolve overall the way around, but I think we're just at an evolution standstill. Personally, I think we are, but I'm hoping that as we mature as a species, because right now we're kind of still in its infancy, in my opinion. I'm hoping that we eventually get to the point where we collectively work together for the betterment of the planet, of everybody, of the whole kit and caboodle. So let's get into today's episode. I don't want to draw this out. I just want to throw some numbers at you to get you an idea of how selfish the world is, unfortunately, and how much we forget about our fellow person and have a tendency to just focus on ourselves. And I understand everybody's got to look out for themselves and their own, but if we could all one day, hopefully one day, as a planet, as a species, all together look out for each other, that would be awesome. No money, no greed, no selfishness. Everybody being fair and right and respectful to everybody. It'd be great. But today we're going to talk about the haves and have-nots, and I'm just going to throw some numbers at you. So I want to give you a realistic idea of the world as it is. So here's some interesting facts and figures. Don't quote me on this. This is a quick drop of what I've actually learned by just doing some research here. Do you realize that it's only about 7.5, maybe 8% of the world population that makes a little over 100,000 a year? Usually about 100 to 150,000 a year. That's not a lot. But let me give you some other figures when we go up one, how many millionaires there are in the world. And this will give you some interesting viewpoint. There is 56.1 millionaires across the world. And this is quoted the end of 2020. Could you believe that? 56.1 millionaires. Millionaires. That's 56.1 million millionaires. And I bet you're curious about the next level up. 2,668 billionaires. 2,668 billionaires. Do the math between the millionaires and the billionaires. Interesting, right? But still, 56 million millionaires in the world? Okay. Now here's the downside of things on this. Now we figured out who actually has the money, where it's at. Here's the sad part. Around the world, there is about 150 million people around the world that are homeless. 150 million people around the world that are homeless. But yet there's 56 million millionaires. And over 2,000 billionaires. And what do these people with this excess money do with the money? The whole point of having money is so you can pay somebody else to do stuff that you don't want to do. And that's the sad part. We're not thinking about anything else. We're not putting roof over our heads and food in our stomach. We're thinking about the luxuries. Sitting back, doing nothing, let everybody else do the peasant work, as they call it, that we don't want to do, so we can be lazy and sit on our ass and don't do anything. But yet there's still 150 million homeless people in the world. Food for thought. For those of you that are gluttonous, sitting around and just sitting back, being a bunch of fat cats and not really doing anything good in this world. How is your integrity? How is your integrity? Tell me how your integrity is at the end of the day. All right, that's it for today. Think about those numbers. Think about what you could do to make the world a better place. Think about how you can keep your integrity in check and actually make a better change in this world. Only you will know. You can decide. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. If you're sitting back today, check out our central hub of themadmorgan.com. Yes, themadmorgan.com for more information on all our projects and shows from now and going into the future. Thanks very much for tuning in today, and I will see you next episode.